favorite teacher, but my most inspirational teacher would have to be my 9th grade math teacher. Really, staying after school is not really for people that need extra help, but it's really if you want to go further into detail about different stuff and go ahead and get ahead of the game, you can do that. She used to stay, if I wanted to stay for after school tutorial, she'll stay any day, no matter if it was a Tuesday or Thursday when the buses rang, she was supposed to stay. She would use her free time at home to stay with me so I can go further into detail in the math. Because I'm the type of person that like to keep going. If I already get the subject, just keep going further into it. She introduced me to some opportunities that I could have taken. Like last year, she introduced me to this opportunity. I could have graduated 1 year early. Thought about it, but it wasn't really something that I would recommend anyone doing, really. But she brought up some opportunities that I could have taken. She's just really good teacher.
Russia?
Pathways, I really, really love the agricultural sciences, the forestry and landscaping. Even though that's not what I'm going to major in, it's just the things that we learn and how we learn is, even though I'm not going into that path, it's already teaching me about what I want to do, even though that's not exactly the area. It's teaching me about responsibility and the things I will have to do when I got to college as I'm in high school now.
But you're coming to she makes the point, Doctor.
I plan on becoming a professional musician by going to Berklee College of Music in Boston.
You play which instruments now?
I play guitar.
Guitar.
And I also play trumpet in the band.
Oh, okay. And where you said you were planning to go to school? Did you?
Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Oh, okay. All right. Denise?
Well, I haven't decided on my pathway yet. It's between engineering at Tuskegee or another HBCU, or political science, and then continue on at Howard Law School.
Law school.
Yes.
At Howard.
What kind of lawyer are you going to be?
Well, narrowed it down to business or civil rights.
Okay.
UGA. I'm going to apply to MIT. Hopefully I'll get in. I've been thinking about taking a bachelor's degree in some sort of agricultural science and then switching it over to go to further my education at medical school, because science is science, agriculture science. You still learn the same basic thing, and they're looking for people who have a different perspective. So I think I would be able to do a lot with that. And then, well, I was toying around with the idea of being a reconstructive surgeon, but...
I'm sorry.
I was toying around with the idea of being a reconstructive surgeon.
Okay.
I would like how we have to take classes in sequence because I think it'd be better if we could just choose what class we want because last year I took Introduction to Culinary Arts and it was a lot of seniors in there and they had to buy the uniform and stuff, the cooking and stuff, but we got our uniforms towards the last month of school, and we never did really do any cooking, and they had to spend $30-something to buy a uniform that they would never use, and that made them all mad. And I'm saying, cause they all wanted to learn how to cook, so they can go into college, but they never really learned how to cook anything. And I'm saying that we should be able to choose what classes we take. And like Lauren said, it would be better if we had more classes to choose from, more pathways to choose from, because you never know what you want to be, and you never know what could change your mind along the way.
And Brandon, about cooking, it's my understanding that when kids go to college, the only thing they need to know how to do is to heat water to pour into the noodles.
No, because that's the same reason I took culinary arts. So that when I go out on my own and stuff, I won't always be going to McDonald's. I want to be able to cook something healthy
Sounds wrong.
I hear you. Denisha,
What I was going to say, it was back to the things that I really, really liked about my school, and I loved my AP US history class with Miss Clay. It taught me so much, not only as history, but in writing, because on the test you have to write DBQs, and it really, really helped me with my writing, which I love to write now, but I take a long time to write because I like to write so much. And because we practice so much, it helped me narrow down the time that I take up in AP Lit now with Miss Eastland, and I mean, it's helping me out so much. And I don't only appreciate the history report that I learned, but I appreciate the skills that I learned with my writing and how to make it better.
Could some of you address the use of technology, how much technology your school has, how much your school needs, and how you envision technology in education?
Every year, technology is increasing. Like, every time you look around, something new is coming out.
Would you speak up? I couldn't hear you, sweetie.
Technology is coming, like every year, technology, something new from the technology is coming out. And it's getting, like, now you can go on the internet on your cell phone and you can get
I went to a daycare in Watley, and then I went to pre-K at Carver Elementary in Watley.
okay.
With the pre-K in kindergarten at Willis Elementary.
So, talking.
Well, you asked us to have some input and listening
Yes.
to Jasmine and Laura and different ones, and I see where you're coming from, but when I was in school, I asked myself, why I have to take this, we call it homemaking class, or why I have to take this industrial art class? I wanted to be a business teacher, but once I got home, I could appreciate knowing the name of plants, with that forest class, knowing how to landscape your home. Home economics, I hated that, but when I go to a banquet and I cut my steak, I know where to put my knife on the plate. And industrial art, I was the only female. That's many, many years ago. You probably don't know what that is. But when I get a blueprint now, I know a fireplace in there when I see it. So we talk about diversity, and I do understand where you're coming from, but you probably won't appreciate a lot of the places that you think are not important until you get to be an adult. And it's been interesting, listening to you all talk, because that's interesting about the pathways and all.
Comments over here?
Well, coming on Lauren, well, I really appreciate all the classes because whether or not it's not the business or what I want to be when I grow up, it's best for me to get the most knowledge as I can, because you never know what can happen. There might be cut out from different areas, and you might have to go to another job, so it's best to have knowledge in each subject and then just what you think you need, what you think you want, because you never know what can happen in the future, and you might need different things. So I just